Turmeric has earned its place as one of the most popular health supplements among older adults. And for good reason. This bright yellow spice has been used for centuries to reduce inflammation, support digestion, and ease joint pain. Many seniors add turmeric to their morning tea, sprinkle it over meals, or take it in capsules to feel better and stay active. But here's something most people don't realize. Turmeric, though powerful, can become dangerous when mixed with the wrong things, especially if you're over 60. Have you ever added turmeric to warm milk? Or taken it along with your iron supplement or blood thinner? These combinations may sound harmless, even healthy, but they can actually interfere with how your body absorbs nutrients or how medications work in your system. In some cases, they can increase the risk of bleeding, reduce the effectiveness of life-saving prescriptions, or even lead to long-term organ stress. Yet millions of older adults continue using turmeric daily without knowing the risks. In today's video, we'll uncover the 3 most important things you should never mix with turmeric if you're over 60, and we'll explain why these combinations can quietly work against your health. We're not here to scare you, but to empower you with the knowledge to use turmeric safely and effectively so you can enjoy its benefits without unwanted side effects. You'll also learn how to take turmeric the right way, when to use it, what to pair it with, and what warning signs to watch for if your body isn't responding well. Turmeric isn't the enemy, but misusing it or mixing it with the wrong foods or medications can be. So if you or someone you love is using turmeric daily, especially alongside other treatments or health routines, stay with us until the end of this video. One small change could make a big difference in how your body absorbs, heals, and protects itself as you age. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1. Turmeric and blood thinners. A dangerous mix. Mr. George, a 78-year-old veteran from Ohio, prided himself on managing his health naturally. He walked every morning, took his medications on time, and recently started adding turmeric to his daily routine after hearing it helped with inflammation and arthritis. "I put it in everything," he said. "My tea, my eggs, even a little in my soup." But after a routine checkup, his doctor noticed something alarming. His blood wasn't clotting as well as it should. George was already on a prescribed blood thinner for a previous heart condition, and now, without knowing it, he was amplifying its effects through something as simple as a spice. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which gives it its vibrant yellow color, and its powerful anti-inflammatory effects. But curcumin also has natural blood-thinning properties. That means when combined with prescription anticoagulants such as warfarin, coumadin, clopidogrel, Plavix, aspirin, or even natural supplements like fish oil, turmeric can increase the risk of excessive bleeding. For someone over 60, even a small cut or bruise could take longer to heal. And in the serious cases, internal bleeding may occur without obvious warning signs. This interaction is subtle but dangerous because turmeric is often seen as just a spice. Most people, including seniors, don't think of it as something that could interact with medication. But the truth is, turmeric is biologically active, and when taken in concentrated doses, like in capsules, tinctures, or turmeric lattes, it becomes far more potent than when used in cooking. Many older adults are told to eat natural or anti-inflammatory foods, and turmeric seems to check both boxes. But without checking with their doctor, they may unknowingly be putting themselves at risk. George had never been told to avoid turmeric. In fact, many health websites and magazines promote it enthusiastically, often without clear warnings. It wasn't until his doctor explained the interaction that he understood how this small addition to his diet was affecting his blood. Together, they adjusted his turmeric intake, cutting out supplements and limiting how often he used it in meals. And his blood levels returned to normal within a few weeks. If you're on any type of blood thinner, or if you've ever been told you have a bleeding disorder or easy bruising, it's essential to talk with your healthcare provider before adding turmeric supplements or high-dose turmeric powder to your routine. Even if you're only taking baby aspirin or an over-the-counter NSAID like ibuprofen, the combination with turmeric can still thin your blood more than your body can safely handle. So how much is too much? While occasional use of turmeric in cooking is generally safe for most people, problems usually arise when high-dose turmeric capsules, often 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams or more, are added on top of medication. And if you're drinking golden milk daily, adding turmeric to smoothies, or using turmeric teas, the combined effect can become significant, especially if your liver or kidneys are already under stress from age or illness. The goal isn't to scare you away from turmeric, it's to help you use it wisely. Turmeric can still offer real benefits, from joint support to brain health, but it must be used in balance with the rest of your health plan. Talk with your doctor or pharmacist about your current medications and supplements. Be honest about what you're taking, even if it's just a spice, because when it comes to your blood, even small changes can have a big impact. Coming up next, we'll look at another surprising interaction, this time not with medication, but with food. If you've been eating spinach, liver, or iron supplements while taking turmeric, you may be blocking your body from absorbing what it really needs. Let's explore that in number 2, turmeric and iron-rich foods, blocking vital nutrients. Number 2, turmeric and iron-rich foods, blocking vital nutrients. Mrs. Dorothy, an 80-year-old former school teacher from Oregon, had always paid close attention to her nutrition. After a mild anemia diagnosis 2 years ago, she made it a point to eat more spinach, lentils, and lean red meat, all foods rich in iron. She also started taking an iron supplement, as recommended by her doctor. Around the same time, she began adding turmeric to her diet to help with arthritis pain. It felt like the perfect combo, she said. Eat for strength and spice for healing. But after several months, her iron levels dropped again. Her energy faded, her nails became brittle, and she was often short of breath while climbing stairs. Dorothy was doing everything right, but something wasn't working. What she didn't know was that turmeric, for all its health benefits, can interfere with iron absorption in the body, especially when consumed alongside iron-rich meals or supplements. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is known to bind to iron in the digestive tract, preventing it from being absorbed efficiently. This effect is particularly concerning for older adults, who are already at increased risk for low iron levels due to age-related changes in digestion, reduced appetite, or chronic conditions like gastrointestinal inflammation. And for women like Dorothy, who had previously been anemic, the consequences of this interaction can become more serious over time. Fatigue, brain fog, pale skin, cold hands and feet, and even heart palpitations may appear gradually, making it difficult to connect the dots back to a spice. The science behind this interaction lies in how turmeric affects non-heme iron, the form of iron found in plant-based foods and many supplements. Curcumin forms insoluble complexes with iron, making it harder for the intestines to absorb it into the bloodstream. This means that even if you're eating a diet rich in iron or taking iron pills every day, you might not be getting the full benefit if you're also consuming turmeric at the same time. Dorothy's doctor finally made the connection and advised her to separate her turmeric intake from iron-rich meals and supplements. Instead of taking both with breakfast, she began having her iron supplement in the morning with orange juice, which enhances absorption, and saving her turmeric capsule for the evening with dinner. Within 2 months, her iron levels began to improve, and she reported feeling more energetic and mentally sharp. It wasn't about giving up turmeric, she said. It was about knowing when to take it. If you've been diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, or if you're taking iron pills or eating iron-rich foods for strength, be aware of the timing and combination. Avoid taking turmeric supplements within 2 to 3 hours of iron supplements. If you're drinking golden milk or turmeric tea, avoid doing so with meals high in spinach, kale, beans, red meat, or fortified cereals. Also consider enhancing iron absorption by consuming vitamin C-rich foods like citrus, strawberries, or bell peppers alongside your iron intake. It's important to remember that nutrient interactions are often invisible until symptoms appear, especially in older adults who may already have weaker absorption or take multiple medications. You may be doing everything right, eating healthy, and still wondering why your energy feels off. Sometimes the answer lies not in what you're eating, but in how your body is allowed to absorb it. Turmeric isn't harmful in itself. In fact, it's still a wonderful tool for inflammation, immunity, and longevity when used wisely. But if you're trying to build strength, combat fatigue, or recover from anemia, you need every bit of iron your body can get. Don't let an unintended interaction steal that from you. In the next section, we'll look at a combination that's gained popularity in recent years, and one you might be using yourself without a second thought. It's warm, comforting, and golden, but may not be the best for everyone over 60. Let's talk about number 3, turmeric with milk, a popular but risky trend. Number 3, turmeric with milk, a popular but risky trend. Mrs. Carroll, a 76-year-old widow living in Arizona, had recently read about the benefits of golden milk, a traditional drink made from turmeric and warm milk, often with a dash of cinnamon and honey. It was described as calming, anti-inflammatory, and excellent for joint pain and digestion. Like many others, Carol thought it sounded like the perfect addition to her evening routine. It reminded me of the warm milk my mother gave me as a child, she said, but this time it had turmeric, so it felt even healthier. For weeks, she sipped her golden milk before bed, believing it was helping her sleep and soothe her aches. But she started to notice unexpected symptoms: bloating, gas, and occasional nighttime reflux. It wasn't severe, but it felt off. She began to wonder, could something so natural really be causing discomfort? Turmeric and milk are both ancient staples in many cultures, but when it comes to seniors, particularly those over 60, the combination may not always be ideal. One reason is that as we age, our bodies produce less lactase, the enzyme needed to properly digest lactose, the natural sugar in milk. Even people who were never lactose intolerant in their youth can develop mild to moderate lactose sensitivity later in life. That means combining turmeric with milk, especially in a warm drink taken at night, can cause digestive symptoms like bloating, flatulence, or indigestion, precisely when the body should be preparing for restful sleep. But digestion isn't the only issue. Another lesser-known fact is that milk may interfere with the absorption of curcumin, the active compound in turmeric responsible for most of its health benefits. Some studies suggest that milk proteins bind to curcumin, making it more difficult for the body to absorb. This means that while golden milk may taste comforting and feel healthy, the turmeric in it might not be doing very much for your joints, your inflammation, or your memory, simply because your body can't fully absorb it in that form. For seniors who already have slower digestion or who are taking medications that affect gut function, this reduction in absorption, combined with the digestive load of milk, may lead to less benefit and more discomfort. That's not to say golden milk is harmful to everyone. Some people tolerate it well, but if you've been drinking it daily and experiencing mild stomach upset, poor sleep, or unexplained sluggishness, it might be worth looking at the ingredients more closely. Mrs. Carroll decided to make a small change. Instead of dairy milk, she tried unsweetened almond milk, which is naturally lactose-free and easier to digest. She added a pinch of black pepper, known to dramatically boost curcumin absorption, and removed the honey, which she felt made the drink too sweet at night. Within a week, she noticed a big difference. "No more bloating," she said, "and I slept deeper. I think my body just needed a version that worked better for me." If you enjoy golden milk, you don't need to give it up. But you might want to rethink how you prepare it. Try using lactose-free milk or a non-dairy option like almond, oat, or coconut milk. Add a tiny bit of black pepper, even just 1/20th of a teaspoon, to enhance absorption without affecting the flavor. And if you have a sensitive stomach, avoid drinking it too close to bedtime. Give your body time to digest, especially if you've had a heavy dinner or medications that can irritate the stomach lining. Like many natural remedies, turmeric needs the right environment to work. It's not just what you take, but how you take it, and with what. For seniors, digestion becomes a more delicate system, and paying attention to the little things, like what's in your cup, can make a real difference. In the next section, we'll shift our focus from what turmeric is mixed with to how much of it you're using, because even healthy things, when overdone, can become harmful. Coming up next is number 4. Too much turmeric overuse can harm the liver. Number 4. Too much turmeric overuse can harm the liver. Mr. Stanley, an 81-year-old retired engineer from Minnesota, was the kind of man who believed that if a little is good, more must be better. After reading several articles about the benefits of turmeric, its anti-inflammatory effects, joint support, and brain-protecting properties, he decided to go all in. Every morning, he took 2 turmeric capsules with breakfast, drank turmeric tea in the afternoon, and sprinkled extra turmeric powder on his dinner every night. "It made me feel like I was doing something good for myself," he said proudly. But after a few months, he began to feel off. His appetite dropped. He had some mild nausea. A dull ache lingered under his ribs. His energy dipped, and he was more tired than usual. A routine blood test showed that his liver enzymes were elevated, a sign of possible liver stress. What Stanley didn't know, and what many older adults don't realize, is that too much turmeric, especially in supplement form, can be hard on the liver and gallbladder. Turmeric is often praised for its medicinal properties, but like any active compound, its dosage matters, especially for seniors. While turmeric used in cooking is generally safe, high-dose supplements, often containing concentrated curcumin, can overwhelm the body's ability to process it. The liver is the primary organ responsible for metabolizing curcumin, and when it's taken in excessive amounts over time, it can place unnecessary stress on that already hardworking organ. This is especially concerning for older adults who may already be on multiple medications, have a history of liver conditions, or experience slower detoxification as part of the aging process. In some cases, overuse of turmeric has been linked to elevated liver enzymes, gallbladder irritation, or in rare cases, even liver damage. Most of these issues arise not from the turmeric used in your stew or curry, but from supplements, particularly when people exceed the recommended dosage, combine multiple turmeric products unknowingly, or take it without food or proper guidance. Another overlooked issue is that turmeric may interact with medications metabolized by the liver, such as statins, diabetes medications, or painkillers. This can affect how well those drugs work or increase the risk of side effects. Seniors who are already managing chronic conditions need to be especially cautious about anything that adds extra workload to their liver. Mr. Stanley's doctor advised him to stop all turmeric supplements for a few weeks and recheck his liver function. His levels improved. Instead of going cold turkey, his doctor helped him rebuild a safer routine, a small amount of turmeric in cooking a few times a week, and if needed, a low-dose supplement taken only once a day with food. "I didn't realize natural things could have a limit," Stanley admitted, "but now I do, and I still feel the benefits without the risk." So what is a safe amount for seniors? Most experts agree that up to 500 to 1,000 milligrams of standardized curcumin extract per day is considered safe for short-term use. For general health support, however, using turmeric in food 3 to 4 times a week may be more than enough, especially when combined with black pepper and healthy fats, which improve absorption. If you're using more than one turmeric product, capsules, powders, teas, drinks, make sure you know the total amount of curcumin you're consuming daily. If you're experiencing digestive discomfort, nausea, fatigue, or right-side abdominal pain, it may be worth checking your liver function, especially if you're using turmeric supplements regularly. Always talk with your healthcare provider before starting or increasing any supplement, even a natural one like turmeric. And remember, more is not always better, especially when it comes to a body that's already doing its best to support you every day. Turmeric can be a powerful tool for healing, but like any tool, it must be used wisely. In the next section, we'll talk about another important distinction that many seniors overlook: the difference between turmeric as a spice and turmeric as a supplement. It's not just a matter of form, it's a matter of how your body responds. Let's explore that in number 5, turmeric supplements versus natural powder. Know the difference. Number 5, Turmeric supplements versus natural powder. Know the difference. Mr. Larry, a 74-year-old former bus driver from Colorado, started using turmeric after his daughter bought him a bottle of bright yellow capsules labeled extra-strength curcumin. She had read about its anti-inflammatory benefits and thought it might help with his knee pain. At the same time, Larry's wife was also cooking more often with turmeric powder, adding it to stews, rice, and scrambled eggs. "I figured the more I took, the better I'd feel," Larry said. But soon he began having mild stomach discomfort, and one day he felt dizzy after taking his morning pills. His doctor, during a routine visit, asked about supplements, and when Larry described how he was using both turmeric in cooking and high-dose capsules, the doctor gently explained that while turmeric is beneficial, not all turmeric is created equal, and too much, especially in supplement form, can overwhelm the system. The confusion between turmeric as a natural food and turmeric as a concentrated supplement is common, and it's an important distinction, especially for seniors. Turmeric powder, the kind you cook with, contains only about 2 to 5% curcumin, the active compound responsible for most of turmeric's health benefits. When you sprinkle turmeric into soup or rice, you're getting a small amount of curcumin, along with other compounds that support digestion and flavor. It's gentle, natural, and well tolerated by most people when used moderately in meals. Turmeric supplements, on the other hand, are highly concentrated extracts of curcumin. Many capsules contain 500 to 1,000 milligrams of pure curcumin, which is the equivalent of eating dozens of teaspoons of turmeric powder at once. These doses are not inherently dangerous. They are used in clinical research and may provide targeted support for inflammation, arthritis, or cognitive health. But for older adults, especially those with sensitive digestion, liver concerns, or multiple medications, this concentrated form can be too much for the body to process effectively. Another major difference is bioavailability, or how well your body can absorb what you take. Curcumin is not easily absorbed on its own, which is why many supplements include additives like piperine from black pepper or liposomal delivery systems to enhance uptake. But these enhancements can also intensify the interaction with medications or place added pressure on the liver, especially when combined with other daily pills. Cooking with turmeric in food often includes natural fat sources and black pepper, which also aid absorption, but at a much gentler and safer pace. Larry's case was a perfect example of unintentional overload. Once he stopped taking the capsule every day and instead focused on using turmeric naturally in food, his stomach issues disappeared, and he still felt that his knees were getting the support they needed. His doctor suggested that if he wanted to go back to supplements, he should start with a low dose, a few times a week, and monitor how his body responded. So how do you know which form is right for you? If you're generally healthy and enjoy cooking, natural turmeric powder used in meals a few times a week is often sufficient to support joint health, digestion, and inflammation. If you're dealing with chronic inflammation, arthritis, or cognitive decline, and your doctor recommends a supplement, choose a trusted brand with clear labeling, ideally one that includes black pepper extract for absorption. And always check with your healthcare provider before adding any new supplement to your routine. The bottom line is this: more curcumin doesn't always mean better results. In fact, for older adults, using turmeric the traditional way in food may be not only safer but more sustainable in the long term. Supplements can be helpful tools when used correctly, but they are not a replacement for thoughtful, balanced living. Your body doesn't always need extra strength. Sometimes it just needs consistency, moderation, and care. Coming up next, we'll explore another crucial factor when using turmeric: when you take it. Because timing, and especially in relation to meals, medications, and your body's rhythms, plays a big role in how well turmeric supports your health. Let's look closer in number 6. When to take turmeric. Timing matters for effectiveness. Number 6. When to take turmeric. Timing matters for effectiveness. Mrs. Elaine, a 79-year-old retired florist from Georgia, had been taking turmeric capsules every day for her joint pain. "My knees feel less stiff now," she said, "but some days I feel queasy or tired after taking them." At first, she thought it was just her age catching up with her, or maybe her breakfast didn't sit right. But after talking with her pharmacist, she discovered something surprising. The timing of when she took her turmeric and what she took it with was making all the difference. Most people think that as long as you take a supplement sometime during the day, that's good enough. But with turmeric, timing plays a much bigger role than we realize, especially for older adults who often have more sensitive digestion and slower metabolism. Taking turmeric at the wrong time, with the wrong kind of food, or alongside certain medications can reduce its benefits, or even cause side effects. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, is fat-soluble, meaning it's absorbed much better when taken with healthy fats like avocado, nuts, olive oil, or fatty fish. If you take turmeric on an empty stomach, your body may not absorb it well, and you could experience nausea or acid irritation, especially if you already have a sensitive gut or a history of reflux. On the other hand, taking turmeric with a very heavy meal, especially one high in sugar or processed oils, may also reduce its effectiveness or slow its absorption too much. So what's the sweet spot? For most seniors, the ideal time to take turmeric, especially in supplement form, is with a small to medium-sized meal that includes some healthy fat. For example, taking your turmeric capsule during lunch when you're having a salad with olive oil, or with a bowl of oatmeal topped with flaxseed or walnuts, can significantly improve absorption while minimizing digestive discomfort. Avoid taking it late at night, especially if you're prone to indigestion, as it may disturb your sleep or make you feel bloated in the morning. Timing is also important when it comes to other medications. If you're on blood thinners, diabetes medications, or medications for acid reflux, be careful not to take turmeric too close to those prescriptions. Turmeric can interact with some drugs by affecting liver enzymes or altering how quickly the medication is processed in your system. Ideally, space your turmeric supplement at least 1 to 2 hours away from your prescription medications, unless otherwise directed by your doctor or pharmacist. Mrs. Elaine made a few small adjustments. She moved her turmeric capsule from first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, to right after lunch, paired it with a handful of walnuts and half an avocado toast. It made such a difference, she shared. No more queasy feeling, and I think it actually works better now. Another tip, if you're taking turmeric in liquid form, such as in tea or golden milk, aim for mid-morning or early evening, ideally not too close to a heavy meal or bedtime. And if you're using turmeric in cooking, the best time is whenever you typically eat your main meal with a balance of protein, fiber, and fat, giving your body a steady environment for optimal nutrient absorption. So many seniors give up on turmeric too soon, thinking it doesn't work or that it makes them feel worse, when often the issue lies in when and how it's taken, not the turmeric itself. Timing is like the rhythm of a good song. If you get it right, everything flows better. In the next section, we'll explore the flip side of this equation. We've talked a lot about what not to mix turmeric with. But what about the safe and effective combinations that can actually boost its benefits? Coming up next is number 7, safe pairings. What to mix with turmeric instead. Number 7, safe pairings. What to mix with turmeric instead. Mrs. Jean, a 77-year-old retired music teacher from Pennsylvania, loved the idea of using turmeric to support her memory and ease her aching joints. But after hearing all the warnings, not to mix it with blood thinners, iron-rich foods, or dairy, she felt overwhelmed. I just wanted to feel better, she said, but now I wasn't sure if I was helping or hurting myself. Her story is one many seniors can relate to. You want to do the right thing, but the advice feels confusing or even contradictory. So let's make it simple. While some turmeric combinations should be avoided, there are others that are not only safe, they can actually boost turmeric's effectiveness and make it easier for your body to use. The most important pairing when it comes to turmeric is black pepper. That's right, the everyday spice sitting on your kitchen table. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which has been shown to increase the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Without piperine, much of the curcumin from turmeric passes through the digestive system unused. That's why many turmeric supplements now include black pepper extract, and why traditional recipes from India and Southeast Asia always combine the two. Even just a pinch of pepper can make a big difference. For example, if you're sprinkling turmeric on your vegetables, soups, or rice, add a bit of pepper too. It's a small step with a big payoff. The second powerful partner for turmeric is healthy fat. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs it better when it's consumed with fat. For seniors, this is good news, because many healthy fats also support brain, heart, and joint health. Try combining turmeric with olive oil, avocado, coconut milk, nuts, chia seeds, or even full-fat yogurt if you tolerate dairy. A bowl of lentil soup with olive oil and turmeric, or roasted sweet potatoes with a turmeric oil drizzle, are delicious and functional meals that promote absorption. Another good match is fiber-rich, anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, carrots, ginger, and garlic. These foods support digestion, reduce inflammation, and work in harmony with turmeric, creating meals that nourish the body from multiple angles. Turmeric added to sautéed kale, cabbage, or carrots not only brings color and flavor, but boosts the overall health benefits of the dish. And don't forget vitamin C-rich foods like oranges, bell peppers, and berries. While not directly tied to curcumin, these nutrients support the immune system and reduce oxidative stress, enhancing turmeric's antioxidant effects. A turmeric smoothie made with almond milk, frozen berries, a banana, and a dash of black pepper could be a tasty and energizing start to the day. Mrs. Jean took this advice to heart. Instead of capsules, she began cooking more with turmeric. A dash in her eggs, a sprinkle on her roasted vegetables, and even a homemade turmeric salad, dressing with olive oil, lemon juice, and pepper. "I stopped worrying," she said. "I started enjoying my food again, and I think my knees thanked me." Another smart pairing is mindfulness, slowing down and noticing how your body responds. Turmeric isn't a quick fix. It works gradually, and its effects build over time. Keep a simple journal of how you feel after a few weeks. Is your joint pain less intense? Do you feel more mobile? Is your digestion smoother? These are quiet but real signals that turmeric is working, especially when paired wisely. Lastly, don't forget the importance of consistency. A little turmeric now and then won't hurt, but it also won't make much difference. It's better to use small amounts regularly, in meals, teas, or smoothies, than to take massive doses occasionally. When used with the right foods and at the right time, turmeric becomes less of a trend and more of a trusted ally in your journey toward healthy aging. Now that we've covered what to pair turmeric with and what to avoid, let's bring it all together. In the next section, we'll take a step back and look at the bigger picture. How to use turmeric wisely, confidently, and safely as part of your everyday routine. Join us in the conclusion as we wrap up everything we've learned and remind ourselves that natural healing always begins with knowledge, care, and balance. Conclusion. Turmeric has been called the golden spice for good reason. It holds powerful anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and healing properties that can support the aging body in remarkable ways. But as we've seen throughout this video, even the healthiest ingredients can work against us when combined carelessly or used without understanding. Especially after the age of 60, our bodies become more sensitive, our digestion changes, and the line between help and harm becomes thinner than ever. If you've been adding turmeric to your routine, whether through capsules, cooking, or golden milk, the good news is you're already taking a step towards supporting your health. But that step must be taken with intention. Mixing turmeric with blood thinners can increase the risk of bleeding. Combining it with iron-rich foods may block essential nutrient absorption. Pairing it with milk, especially for those with aging digestion, may cause discomfort and reduce its effectiveness. And beyond that, we've learned that too much turmeric, especially in supplement form, can stress the liver. That timing matters, taking it with healthy fats and not too close to other medications. And that there are safe and powerful pairings, like black pepper, olive oil, and fiber-rich vegetables, that can help your body get the most from every golden spoonful. The deeper message here isn't just about turmeric. It's about listening to your body, asking better questions, and treating your health with curiosity and care. It's about realizing that even natural remedies are powerful and deserve the same respect and attention as any medication in your cabinet. For older adults, these small decisions, what you take, when you take it, and what you take it with, become the building blocks of better energy, clearer thinking, and longer, more independent living. The goal is not to scare you, but to empower you. You don't have to stop using turmeric. You just need to use it wisely. Talk with your doctor, especially if you're on medications. Read labels carefully. Pay attention to how your body reacts. And most of all, be patient. The best results come not from trends or high doses, but from consistency, moderation, and trust in your body's natural ability to heal when supported the right way. So next time you reach for that turmeric capsule or sprinkle the golden powder into your food, take a quiet moment to reflect. Am I giving my body what it truly needs, in the way it needs it? That moment of reflection might be the most powerful ingredient of all. Thank you for spending this time learning, thinking, and caring about your health. You are not alone on this journey, and every choice you make, no matter how small, is a vote for your future self. Keep going, keep learning, and may your path to healthy aging be steady, joyful, and filled with golden moments. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and haven't yet liked and subscribed, now is the perfect time to do so. It really helps our channel grow and reach more people who need this kind of helpful content. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you'll always know when a new video is up. Your support truly means the world to us. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.